Few days ago, I was speaking about energetic match and quantum manifestation to you here. You know, it's one of my favorite topic, obviously, but I was also sharing some personal situation with my parents and my birthday coming soon, and I was also very open to say that one of my most scarcity dominant energy is related to my parents and my family. This is truly the area in my life and business where I have a bit of scarcity, where I have a bit of lack energy, where I have some resistance. I am not into my pure overflow and not into my pure limitless frequency in this area. And I was sharing a bit about that, and I want to celebrate with you, and I want to share some behind the scene here related to this, because actually something completely shifted. So when I was sharing all of that a few days ago, again, I think maybe it was like maybe 7 days ago or a bit more, but yes, it was a bit related to my birthday, and my parents was not very excited to celebrate my birthday and to organize a family party, but it's my 30 years old birthday and it is important for me. And that's true that when my mom proposed to have a call with me, I was a bit feeling stressed. I had some unconscious belief, and my nervous system responded to it with some overwhelming feeling. And I decided to completely shift that and to do some deep inner work very quickly, very fast, because the truth is, shifting your energy, shifting this dominant energy, and also allowing yourself to truly manifest what you desire, what you want, don't need to take so much time. So it's happening. We officially will celebrate my birthday. We are booking for a beautiful castle in France, in the countryside, in a very beautiful area, and we will celebrate my birthday with some family. I will maybe also invite some friends, maybe some clients. I will see, depending on the capacity, and we are like going through the booking and we are going through all of the admin stuff, but it's official, so I'm very happy. So I want to celebrate that with you, but most importantly, I want to say and to share why this is happening. Like, how did I shifted that? Because it was at the beginning, as we say in French, vraiment mal parti. So this French expression mean at the beginning it was like completely fuck no. Like it was full resistance, full no. My parents was really not into it. Like, okay. And my energy was also responsive to that and was also manifesting that, because I was, again, in scarcity and lack about this area of my life. And so when my mom asked me to have a call with me, I knew she wanted to have conversation about that. And at first, I felt stressed, I felt overwhelmed, and I had some unconscious belief. So before going to the call, I decided to do a very quick shift. The first shift is every time happening when you decide to detach from the outcome, from the result. So in this situation, what I did in a very rational way was to be like, wherever it's happening in this call, whatever, if they decided to celebrate my birthday and to organize something with me and my family, whatever they don't want, I don't mind. I don't care. Like, I love my parents, I respect them, but I also love me and I also respect me. So whatever it is, whatever the decision is, like, I don't care. I don't want to force, I don't want to push, and everything will be fine, everything will be perfect, and I know this will be happening for me, and that's it. So I was completely detached from the outcome, from the result, and it's literally one of the most important thing in manifestation, Because the fact is, more you are attached to what you want, to a specific goals, to a specific result or desire, more you also bring scarcity unconsciously and indirectly, because when you are so attached, it's also in this energy of I don't have this yet, right? That's why I want it so much. That's why I am so attached to the outcome, because I don't have it yet. But this I don't have it yet feeling, guess what? It's creating lack and scarcity. So in this situation, like your dominant energy is into scarcity instead of being into limitless and overflow, right? So obviously you stay very attached to the outcome, and you stay frustrated because you don't have it yet, and you stay stressed, and it's creating overwhelming, and it's creating hostile culture, and it's creating overwork for minimal result if we apply it to business, for example, right? But it's working for every area of life, and here is my example in my personal life, and it's happening like, this last 4 or 5 weeks, right? So it's very recent. That's why I use this as an example, and I think it's a very good, easy example. So I was so detached, and at first I couldn't imagine it was possible for me to detach, to be honest, because I so wanted to celebrate my 30 years old birthday with my family and my parents, because I don't see them a lot. And my parents were starting to say, yes, maybe we can just go for a quick a dinner in a restaurant, and we invite few members of the family, but not all the family, blah blah blah. And I wanted to have something big, something beautiful, and I was potentially ready to invest even my own money to help my parents do, and to even pay for it if it was necessary or whatever. And at first I couldn't imagine I was truly able to detach, because this was very important for me, for my heart, for my soul. But just from one shift, it really took seconds to completely detach. It took an inner shift, a shift in my state of being and in my emotional state, because I was so attached to the outcomes that I was feeling freaking frustrated. I was feeling a bit also maybe stressed. I was feeling sad or whatever. So I decided to have a full holistic shift, and to completely detach and say, you know what, at the end, I don't care. It's okay. I still celebrate my birthday in Marbella with my friend. Just before that, I have my retreat also in Marbella with my client. So it will be very nice, because I will also see my client just before. So you know what, everything is perfect. If my parents want to just do something small, it's fine. I will celebrate with them anyway, and it's okay. I was just, again, completely detached. I literally shifted my mental state, my emotional state, and my frequency follows, right? So I went back into something much more in overflow, much more into abundance in my frequency, much more into limitless in my frequency. Then, after this detachment, what's happened? I go back to it, sorry. Go back to this moment. So, yeah, okay. This was this detachment, and what's interesting is mostly of the time, when you truly detach from the outcome, you also have a new level of consciousness and awareness about what was happening at first, and what was happening behind the scene in your inner world, in your mental state, emotional state, in your energy, and sometimes even in your subconscious mind, because what's happening in your subconscious mind can come into your consciousness, or you can also use different techniques to really uncover what is happening deeply, like the limitless quantum healing, for example, the subconscious technique and energetic technique I created, and there is certified worldwide people speaking English, Spanish, French, and German, and in other language, who are actually using this technique. And so here I was having a lot of awareness and consciousness about what was happening behind the scene. Because now I am detached, right? When you detach, you can see better. You can feel better. You can understand better, right? Because when you're so attached to it, it is so small, it is so restrictive, you cannot see the full picture. You cannot see the context. And so from the detachment, I started to understand, oh my God, I was so into, I had a lot of expectation. That was the word I was looking for. I had a lot of expectation about my 30th birthday, and so also about what my parents will do and how they will react to my desire. And I had a lot of expectation to them, unconsciously, indirectly, because in my best dream circumstance here, I will like my parents to organize my birthday. Yes, I told you, I told you, I have no shame. I will love that, for them to truly organize it, and to do a surprise, but this cannot be a surprise anymore, but you get it. And so I think, and this is what I was having a lot of breakthrough, but one of the biggest breakthrough I think was to realize my level of expectation was so high about them. And so I was sending them so much energy of expectation. I need you to do that. I want you to do that. So also in the energetic exchange, right, it was also very stressful. It was a lot of scarcity. It was a lot of stress. It was a lot of all of this expectation in every area, life, business, are not good for your manifestation and for you to have result in a very rational way and very rapid way. Because again, more expectations there is, more scarcity, overwhelming energy there is. So I had this breakthrough, and I also went to work a bit in my subconscious and to uncover some subconscious beliefs. So I every time have a lot of struggle and trauma with my parents, and I was surprised to discover that I had also some unconscious belief about my parents, the way they was loving me or the way they was not loving me. So with the limitless quantum healing, when we have private session, group session is different, but in private session, or when I'm doing the technique with me, for me, we uncover without any guesses, without any supposition, what is truly happening in the subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is literally creating your reality. So it is very important to work deeply with precision in your subconscious mind. So in this situation, I uncovered many different also subconscious blocks. Not so many actually, but 2, 3, deeply at the roots. Who was also creating actually this situation. So I shifted that, coming to an alchemization, coming to a subconscious reprogramming with my technique. And so very quickly, it took just few minutes. It can be so quick when we are using the right technique and when we work at the roots. And so then I did the call with my mom 1 hour after, and I was so in a neutral state, open to receive, an open heart, ready, and no expectation, no attachment, but in another way, I knew everything will be perfect. I knew everything will be for my highest good and my highest timeline. My mom said, we want to celebrate your birthday, we want to organize something. And she said literally everything I wanted her to say. Literally. And c'était vraiment pas gagné au départ. It was not a win at first. This is also a French expression. I don't know if it's English, but I think you will understand what that means. At first it was truly not a win. At first it was really again, fuck no way. That's what's happening when you calibrate yourself to truly what you want. But many times we don't do this work I'm speaking more about like women in business in general, because we focus on action, strategy, to do, blueprint, instead of doing the inner work. But the inner work is literally creating the rest. So when you don't work on these, your subconscious, your energy, your emotional state, your mindset, your identity, you are going into so slow result, heavy result, because the foundation are even not solid yet. So this was my little story. I hope you like it. If you have any question, if you want to share something with me, if it's resonate, I would love to hear from you. You can send a message in private, in my Instagram, for example, like Camille Family Limitless, or the Limitless Quantum Healing Instagram, or whatever, which one you want to use. I have so many. We have so many pages with my brand Family Limitless, but you can send me a little Instagram message, or you can send me here in the group, and I'm excited to know what's happening for you behind the scene.